Lock us all.
Probably after the
Marcus
Asar people.
Asar.
Afar, yes. I said, no, I'm all wet. Okay, not with that
No
wet.
pun intended.
Talking about Winkies. Oh, Jonathan.
I was thinking about the. That's okay. It's opposite. It's like inverted.
Yeah.
Now, just a comment. We are not sponsored by Carhartt, so hopefully
Yet.
we don't get any trouble for showing off.
No,
their product.
Such small potatoes that
Yeah.
they'll never hear about it. Don't tell them. Hey, but these are my brand spanking new. I mean, right out of the packet. Father's Day gift from my youngest son, Deshaun, and
He
Father's
wears
Day
those
was
all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
he
exact
likes
same
them.
color. So I told him that we can go around together with these on, and he didn't shut that down. In fact, he said, "I've got a pair of boots that I don't wear that you can wear." So we'll probably be doing that. You'll see us around town walking with these, even in the hot summer.
Might not be able to tell them
months.
apart.
Yeah, right. This is episode 63.
Yeah, we got our normal suspects for the
Yeah.
first segment. All the same things.
Okay.
We won't bore people with that stuff. If you're new, you'll just have to go back and watch from start to finish.
But if now, let's see. What's the rules again? Now, can I talk about? What's
Okay, and
coming
then
up?
coming up on our second segment, we've got a tour. We can talk about things that are different. So
You
that
can do it, but I can't.
I can do it, but
Okay,
you
because
can't.
you're the executive
rules
producer. Hudson don't apply.
rules for thee and not for me. And we got a little tour through the Wisconsin Heights, the new Wisconsin Heights Elementary School.
Yeah.
With Scott Moore, who is
Yeah.
the principal. And then we've got Name That Country, brought that back,
And it's not Brazil, just so you know.
or Chile,
Chile.
but it is in Africa.
But Chile isn't in Africa. and
No,
Brazil
Chile, I'm
isn't in
saying
Africa.
the one today is in Africa.
Okay, yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so that's what you can expect, and let's do it.
Hey, this is Bill DeWeese, pro voiceover talent and voiceover career coach. And this is the original Father-Son Voiceover Podcast.
Oh, great. Our behind the scenes, you didn't get to see this. Behind the scenes, we had a clock malfunction, and the clock is important to the. It used to be more important, not to go back in time, but we used to have cameras that would only go for 30 minutes. Now we've got them. How long do they go, Harris Brando?
They can go for an hour and 50 minutes.
So a lot longer than you would want
150
to watch
minutes,
us.
not an hour.
So we're in good shape with these. So the clock is working, and we're watching the clock. And this is the 63rd episode of the original Father-Son Voiceover Podcast. And let's see, as we speak here, we're recording this early on a Wednesday, and this next Sunday is Father's Day, but when we play this, it's going to be last Sunday. See how that works?
See what you're talking.
Right? See how I'm doing that? So happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Belated happy Father's Day.
And I'm aware that you're getting a Father's Day present.
So when this plays, I'll have already received it. It'll be,
Maybe
it'll
you
be
can-
almost like going
maybe
back
you can
in time.
show it to us.
Oh, yeah,
the
I
next
could do
time.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could do that. We don't do Father's Day gifts very much, but
Well, thanks for telling
you're
me.
doing it this time.
That,
John's here. He's producing the episode,
Mixing.
and
He's mixing it.
making sure things are sounding good. But he's also doing a reverse sponsor
Yep.
for Aaron Handel and Handlebar Performance, right on Highway 14 in not historic downtown Mazo, but right on Highway 14 on Commercial Avenue.
he still looks busy.
Commercial.
I mean, not that he
Yeah.
shouldn't, but he looks busy.
No, he's busy, and it's because he's a good businessman. He's open for business. Hudson's here. He's the executive producer, and Joe's over at Information Central. I think you have some more
Heights
garb
garb.
that we have to talk about.
Heights swag.
We can talk about it in a minute. And then
Wisconsin
Drew's
Heights
here.
Weekly.
Drew's here too.
That was Daryl Austin's number.
You
Yep.
bet it was.
Hey,
Who was also Bucky Badger.
He was.
Yes.
Sorry.
that's what I was just going to ask. A trivia question
Yeah,
for
you
people out there,
ruined
but
it.
we did it already. So Daryl Austin was he a 2000 graduate along
Yeah,
with
my
Michael
face.
Wilkinson? Played
Yep.
with Michael Wilkinson basketball,
That on my
and
face.
then
was in your hand.
Michael Wilkinson went and played basketball for the Badgers, and he became
Followed.
Bucky Badger.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's kind
I
of
don't
been
know who that
interesting. It's Daryl Austin.
Yeah.
Look him up.
Okay.
I think he did a lot of running back. Last I had heard.
Yeah, I heard that
don't
when
know,
he was going
triathlons or
someplace,
at
he was
least-
running.
Huh?
I heard when he was going someplace, he was running.
Yeah.
If I was going somewhere, I was running.
If
He was in really good running
as
shape.
fast as Daryl, I'd run everywhere.
Yeah.
So, 63rd episode, we are sponsored. We are reverse sponsored by Handlebar Performance, Aaron Handel, and we are sponsored by the 1855 Coffee House. Stop down and see Michelle and in historic downtown Mazomania and get 10% off any food and beverage. What do we got on the show today, Hudson?
Well, we've got Wisconsin Heights Weekly. Speaking of, I got my shirt on. We've got Mazomania Sightwise.
What's going on over here? What are you doing, Jim?
Strongman Bendikar.
When you do it like this, you can.
Does that look like it? Is it bending?
I guess the middle, isn't it? You have to do
Yeah,
it.
you
Oh,
want
yeah,
the
that
middle's
looks like
cheating.
it, Hudson.
Middle's cheating. You have to do the
middle's
end.
cheating, yeah, because that's what science
Yours
says.
looks more like it than Joe's, I think.
We've got Mazomania Sightwise, Roy from Elroy, and then we're going back to Name That Country, as you can see. Last week we did in our 60-second episode, we did a new segment. Yes.
Don't forget, we also have a short tour of the now 1-year-old. What's wrong? No?
This is part of Wisconsin Heights Weekly.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Sounds
My
about
bad.
right.
There you have it.
He doesn't mind you interrupting him.
But not
These
stealing
days,
his
but don't-
thunder.
Stealing his thunder.
don't steal
John
his
doesn't
thunder.
My only Wisconsin Heights Weekly.
Oh, okay.
Is it really?
Yep.
But you're going to talk about your garb too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Or you
We
already
did last
Did last week.
Okay.
That's okay.
We did.
My bad.
We were basically in Wisconsin Heights Weekly.
Well, we will start out with Wisconsin Heights Weekly with Joe, since he is the originator and
All right.
Primed and ready to go.
Got
Ready to roll.
my
biggest contributor
hat,
of Wisconsin Heights Weekly.
my shirt, my jersey. I wore this. I didn't wear this jersey, but we wore these jerseys in my freshman year of high school.
That
I was number
hat,
5.
You shouldn't have that hat
Why is that?
because that's a summer ball hat
Yes.
that Hudson and I were coaches.
I helped.
And both you and John got hats, but you did zero coaching with us. Almost zero coaching with us.
I did a lot of clapping.
But didn't you all? But didn't
I
you
helped.
kind of come and talk
I
like
did.
after games and
Yeah.
stuff? You'd give your expert
Joe
opinion.
was one of those guys who's been on the team past and stuff like that, and we call them into the locker room and they give a
Yeah.
speech,
Yeah.
halftime speech, pregame speech.
Hype speech.
Really
So
get the
anyway,
guys going.
I helped coach. I did.
No, you
That's
didn't.
not true. That was the year we played in arena,
Yeah.
and you were only at a few of the arena games, but you were at none of the away games.
Quick question for you. So if I was at a few games, how is that zero coaching?
Because I don't think
That
I don't
doesn't
even
add
know
up
if
to
you-
zero.
I don't even know if you were. I can't remember if you were even in the dugout.
I think we were.
I
but
gave
we
them.
didn't do-
I gave them
we didn't
everything
do,
I knew.
I didn't do anything.
Gave them everything I knew.
much.
Hey, I do have a question back to your garb. So
Yes.
Daryl Austin wore that in the year 2000.
Yep.
YK2. And then
Y2K.
Y2K, that too.
Mm-hmm.
And you graduated what year?
So 8 years later,
It
I
was 8
wore
years later.
this as a freshman.
Okay. So
2008.
those were around for 8 years.
Yep.
Those are nice jerseys.
Yep.
They're nice and thick and they're the
But I wore number 5, and I did. It wasn't a very good joke, but I asked for number 54 when we were getting the jersey. But that you can't get number 54 because it's retired.
I think look back, I think Aaron Olson might have been number 5.
Yeah.
Well, am I right? That year he played with Michael Wilkinson.
Yep.
Now he's the owner, part owner with
Yeah, he was.
Olson Tune. I think he was number 5. So you wore his number proudly.
Yep. Wore it proudly. Anyways, 1:30 p.m. on Monday, the 19th. So that'll be the Monday before this podcast comes out.
2 days before.
Yeah, 2 days before. Yep.
We will be doing a interview with Scott Moore and a tour of the soon-to-be 1-year-old school, as Dad was alluding to.
New
That'll-
elementary school.
That'll be coming out Wednesday, the 21st. And that
that's-
concludes Wisconsin Heights Weekly.
Sorry.
Yeah, that'll be
There's
good.
just not
There's
much
summer
going
school
on.
going on.
Yeah.
Did you say that last week?
Sure did.
You did?
It
Yep.
probably still
I'm
is
trying
going
not to
on.
beat a dead stick with a
Oh,
horse.
hey,
There.
last
So you
night.
guys
Stop
did
beating
he
a stick
was
with
he
a
the
dead horse.
principal again this year?
Nope.
Who's the principal this year?
I think it's Mrs. Santel. I think it's Kelly Santel.
Kelly.
That's her name.
Do they switch off?
Who's now in charge of she took over for Dr. Green, who was in charge of the whole, I think, spec ed.
Is that
area?
Dr. Dale Green?
Nope. Matt Green.
Oh, Dr. Matt Green.
Yep. Who I thought was in public relations,
Oh, PR.
because I think that's what his. I don't know if I would have just made that up, but I thought he was in public relations for the school, but
Wow.
that's not true.
Dad wants to butt in.
I wonder what being a principal of a summer school, what that entails.
It's like being, it's like being a summer ball
doing
coach.
a lot of. No, I think it's doing a lot of discipline, making sure that people are getting ready for Mr. Moore for the school year.
Oh, they're prepping of its training camp.
Yeah, laying down the law.
Okay.
Yep.
And so, just to that interview for a second, we're going to have that coming up here shortly. Right? It's part of this podcast.
That is
Okay.
100% true.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey, just one quick thing. Last night, which is a Tuesday night, a week and a day
The 13th.
ago. Yep. You guys had a rainy baseball game. And I won't
You
talk
wanted
about
to say
let's
bad.
not
I won't
talk
talk
about
about the
it.
baseball game.
Thank you.
But Roy was there. We can talk about that coming
True.
up. That can be part of the Roy from Elroy. But Ann and Lily Moore, Scott Moore's wife and daughter, came up and talked with us to see Roy. And she was speaking about her 1 week summer school class. And she was taking anatomy and physiology and something about like jeans. And I'm not talking about wearing jeans. I'm
Jean
talking about
splicing?
By
jeans.
Wranglers.
Yeah.
By Wrangler.
And I was dumbfounded because I didn't go to summer school.
Right.
They wouldn't even let me in. Well, back
They'd had
when
enough. They'd had enough.
back
to
when
talk.
I was in school, you sometimes you had to go to summer school if you didn't do very well.
Right.
And I didn't ever have to go back there, but they didn't want me back there. They had enough. But she's taking anatomy and physiology.
She's there because she wants to apply herself more.
Yeah.
Oh.
More. Jonathan took anatomy and physiology in college, right?
I took it with Dan
few of 'em.
Jurgens my senior year.
I took it as
Oh,
well.
okay.
It took him multiple semesters.
Yeah.
What Ann's doing in a week, it took.
No,
Not
well,
Ann,
not
it's
Ann,
Lily.
but Lily.
What,
Wow.
what Lily's
Lily's
doing
doing.
in a week, it took John multiple
Multiple
semesters.
semesters.
and
yeah.
that doesn't surprise me because I think she's really smart.
Yeah, I think she is too.
So anyway, I just wanted to report on that. Before we get to Mazo Mani Sightwise, and I don't want to forget this, we are also tonight. It's last Wednesday.
14th.
We're going to the Chamber of Commerce meeting. We've been invited to go there. Hudson and I are going there.
Is that
And
invite only?
No, it's open to the public. We will report next. We will report. Yeah, on the next one. I'm getting all mixed up now.
64. Episode 64 will be.
Yep, we'll report on our time there. And then second of all, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Cale Handel answered a question, made a comment about our favorite swimming places when we did the Wonder
Oh,
Wheel.
nice.
And he said, what did he say? It was someplace in Wyoming.
Hot Springs.
Where
or
it's like
something
a
that.
hot springs, but then you can move over a little bit and you could feel the river current and get into cold stuff. He says that's the best place he's
I'll
ever.
read it to you guys.
Okay, please
Let me
do.
just find it here quick.
Yeah. And
Thanks,
while,
Cal, for.
and while you're doing that, yes, thank you, Cal. Jamie Lucy last week, we did a price comparison, so thank you for your suggestion. Sally Morrill regularly comments, and we appreciate your comments. Hudson, to you.
It's loading.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm.
It's a very long post.
Load.
it's very short
my eye
actually,
is
but
itchy.
but we appreciate the
Hot
radical
Springs, Wyoming.
radical
Gotta go there.
podcast.
Let's see here. There it is.
Communicating.
Okay. Boiling River Hot Springs in Wyoming. One of the coolest places to swim. Sit in hot tub like warm water and move 2 feet to get cold river currents. Ooh. That'd be
That'd be ideal. Remember when you go to hotels and you jump in the
remember
hot
that.
tub and then you run into the
in the pool. Yeah, that was fun.
take your breath away.
Zach Zeisky and I used to go in their hot tub in the winter, and then we jump out and roll around in the snow for a while, and then you jump back into the hot tub. felt like you had like little needles in your hands and stuff.
Didn't
'cause
the
you're-
Chinese do that to try to
Sometimes.
strengthen their hearts or something?
Me and
Yeah. Yep.
me and one of my friends, we would go to me and one of my friends and I would go
Yeah.
to Antarctica, and we would take a hot tub with us, and we would jump into the even colder snow and roll around, and then jump into the even hotter.
I thought at first because you don't do that around.
That's it. That's. I just wanted to mention that Calbert did that for us, so appreciate that.
Okay, let's move on to since we had just a loaded Wisconsin Heights Weekly for you guys.
Well, basically the whole episode this week is going to be about Wisconsin Heights.
Okay.
So
And then we will move on to Mazomania.
You mean Sightwise?
Yeah.
Oh, let me say,
This week is mainly going to be made up of reminders. So this Saturday, the 24th, Bags Tourney at Iron Hop Tap House, $25 entry fee for the team. It goes from 2 to 5 p.m. Central Time. And there will be a grand prize and a runner-up prize. Sorry, I was off the mic there, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And there will also be a DJ. And the DJ it's spelled Azza, so I don't know if it's Azza or Azza or how it is, but that's who's going to be there.
Wait, is that at the Iron?
It will be at the Iron Hop Tap House.
But they have a DJ. I wonder what kind of music he'll play.
I don't know, but it's
Wicka wicka wicka.
Probably
wicka.
Maybe.
remix, lots of remixes.
probably. Then another reminder that Sunday, the 25th,
Mm-hmm.
is the Paint Your Own Pottery
Workshop.
Planters Edition. And that is from 3:30 to 5 down at 1855. And it's a $45 fee to get, you get a planter to paint, you get a drink, and a baked good.
It's a steal.
Yep.
and plus you're probably paying for like some of the materials and stuff too.
Yep.
Well, and
That's
the great
all.
thing is parking's free.
Yep.
Yep.
Parking's free. Not a lot of parking downtown, but it is free.
That's my understanding.
Yep.
We should rent out. We
You
should
also
rent
got
out
to
our.
pay to turn on the lights and stuff like that. Keep the
I bet
place
you it's
warm.
going to be so big that it might kind of leak into our area. Maybe we could rent out
Some
parking spots.
Yeah.
They
yeah,
talked
from
about
lawn.
building a parking
Backyard.
garage down there in Mazo.
Yeah.
Might need it.
I haven't reminded our viewers and us for a while, but Knit and Craft is still going on during the summer. You know, it's not just a cold
This is not a seasonal thing.
seasonal thing. Nope, it's not. It's for you can go and watch, or you can go and join in every Thursday at 1855.
Well, no, they provide those hats. If you need one, take one over by the library.
Yep.
Nancy
During
and
the
the
winter.
gang.
Yep.
So I don't know how long it takes them to knit those things. So maybe they have to start in the summer
Maybe.
because there were a lot of them
Oh
on
yeah,
the
and
tree.
they replenished them too.
Yeah.
So, and then a reminder to pay attention to what's happening Mazo for Dollar General hours. I think they're getting a little bit more consistent with what they have, but I've had a couple people that I've walked past or rode my moped past that I've stopped. We didn't talk while I was driving by.
Short
But
conversation.
they said, it's closed, and I didn't know it was, or it didn't open until 10 o'clock or whatever. And so make sure you look. They do post it on the doors, but if you're planning something, try to figure it out ahead of time because
Try to find out.
it isn't as readily open as it once was. Hopefully it will soon. And then I will say that last week, I think it was the 5th, your anniversary.
Yeah. Right.
Mom and
Yep.
Dad's 41st anniversary, and we got them an ice cream cake.
Send it to Damon, so he'll put it up there for us.
Got a picture of that and then a picture of them
Cutting the cake,
cutting it like a wedding, just typical of those two.
throwing it in.
But that was good. It was good for
It was a
both sides.
rededication.
It was, yeah.
We
renewed
renewed
your
our
vows.
vows and
Yep.
stuff. Yeah.
Renewing the
Yep.
vows.
But it was nice because of the anniversary, but more so that we got to have ice cream cake.
Yeah.
And that was
That
good.
was good. That was
You
twice.
used us
Yes.
as an excuse to have.
Correct.
That was a big cake.
Yeah.
And it was, you had to work at
10,
it too.
10 inches diameter, I think.
More than that. You
Got
had,
it.
you
Yeah.
had to work at it because it was hard as a rock.
think it was
or
more than
hard
that.
as an ice cream
But
cake.
that's how you like your.
I do.
Hey,
And-
question.
and then-
would you rather hear real quick in our
Okay.
Amazing May Sightwise?
Sure.
Ice cream cake or regular cake?
Oh, easy. Ice cream cake.
Yeah.
Every
Ice cream
single
cake
time.
or regular cake?
Yeah, I mean ice cream cake. Here's the thing:
Oh.
if regular cake has ice cream with it,
But I didn't ask that. Is ice cream,
Ice cream
cake or
cake doesn't come just with ice. Doesn't come with ice cream necessarily.
Ice
So ice cream
does.
cake or
Ice cream cake does.
or cake?
Ice cream cake.
Ice cream cake.
Okay.
Not even.
What kind of cake?
If it was made of light ice cream and I knew it,
Yeah.
we'd have trouble.
I'd have to have regular cake.
Yeah.
If you had to choose cake, no ice cream cake, what kind of cake would you like?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
If you don't choose
Regular cake.
Oh, vanilla, and it's got to be
The chocolate.
and it's got to be store bought.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because you
Frosting.
get sick when
I got
yeah.
sick off of that.
You can't have that.
Homemade
Or-
frosting.
Frosting.
Yeah.
How about you, Harris Brando?
I'd probably go chocolate with
Ooh, decadent.
chocolate frosting. I do like the frosting though. There was a time where I would buy
chocolate with chocolate frosting.
triple chocolate. There was a time when I would go to Dollar General, see what's happening Mazo for hours, and I would pick up a thing of their. I don't even know. Was it Nature's Touch or whatever? I can't remember what it was.
No,
It's
that's
frosting.
Quick Trip, but
Just frosting.
Wait a second.
It was just cake frosting.
Clover Valley.
Clover Valley, maybe. It was, and I would take it
Not a sponsor.
with a spoon, and I would eat it with just a spoon because it was so tasty. That was
Joe-
back in high school.
Joe, would you have something fruity?
Nope. I would have. I'd have chocolate cake and white frosting, and Grandma Nebel would be frosting it with two tubs.
Cans of
Oh,
frosting.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
she did it. She
Mom's
did
not
it.
a frosting. Mom's not a frosting person.
No,
She's
she's not a
sweet.
sweets person, but she
No.
has a sweet. She has
She has
dessert
sweets.
after
Like
every meal.
vegetables.
Twice a day.
Twice a
Yep,
day.
she-
After
Like
lunch
carrots,
and
but not
after
carrot
something.
soup.
No, she
Every
I'm
day.
not a sweets person. Yeah, how do you define
as
sweets?
she's sitting down eating sweets.
Yeah. I'm torn between. I really like.
Betwixt.
I really like.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
I like the confetti
I like that too. I like that too.
with white frosting,
Okay.
and I like chocolate cake with white frosting. Those would be my favorite.
Do you,
But
ever, do you
don't-
ever get the confetti cake with the confetti frosting though, or is that too much confetti?
Oh,
You mean with sprinkles on it?
Is it
Well,
called
they have,
funfetti?
they have
They got,
frosting
like,
that
confetti
has
frosting.
Oh, yeah, that's
confetti
good, too.
frosting.
Yeah.
Isn't it called funfetti?
I think it's fun.
There's funfetti too.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the brand.
Okay.
Have you guys ever had pound cake?
You never answered yours.
Yeah, I
That's
had
what I'm doing.
that.
Pass.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think
the
I
one
had
where you
that.
I'm
turn? That's a
getting
bundt
to it.
cake, right?
No. Well, it's shaped like a bundt
You
cake.
just decided to
but,
attack it a different
Pound-
way.
yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate that.
a pound cake with frosting on it, which makes it like 3-pound cake.
But
And
you
that's what I
like, you also like what's that type of
Nobody tell him.
yeah, it's right there.
He's so close.
What's that type of dirt cake or dirt cake ice cream? Remember you like
Yeah.
what
Oh,
is
dirt
that called?
cake's good.
Dirt cake.
That's
Yeah, I
not
like
cake.
that.
I like those were that you could tell they had
I
money
just-
when they brought
yeah.
dirt
He
cake.
just said
Put the
bundt
worms
for
on
breakfast.
top.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you said
oh.
dirt cake ice cream.
Well, I said we had like dirt cake ice cream the other day.
Okay.
In your face, Joe.
But
I wasn't wrong.
If I had to choose, and
You know,
we can't, we could go on. We can't. We'll do
forever,
this.
eh?
We'll do this for a Wonder Wheel sometime. But if I had to choose my favorite,
It's already
it would
done.
be a scoop of vanilla ice cream on Mom's chocolate, gooey, soft, rich brownies with chocolate frosting. That's my favorite.
You mean the
Easy?
the ones that she
The-
does the almond the
No, those are
Texas
sheet-
sheet
those are
cake.
sheet
No,
cakes.
that's a sheet cake.
He's talking about
I'm talking
gooey
about brownies
chocolate
this time.
brownies.
I'm not talking about
Chocolate
cake.
chip
I switch.
brownies.
That'd be my favorite. Scoop of a white ice cream, vanilla ice cream on those chocolate frosty brownies.
Are those the ones she makes in the big long pan?
Yep.
Those are brownies.
I have a
That
hard
was
time
cake.
with these favorites because you put any kind of those cakes in front of me. I mean, they're good.
Yeah.
They're all good.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Yeah.
be favorite.
Yeah, whatever's in front of me is favorite.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Just that came on mine. I thought.
Dad probably has a few Mazo Sightwise. If you don't mention one thing, I didn't want to steal your thunder, so I'm going to let you talk
Oh, I
about
can't remember.
some person that we saw at a restaurant that said that they.
Oh, I'll let you do it.
Nope.
No, I can't remember. I can't remember.
I don't remember the story.
Can't guess.
But just it's been very nice to have things kind of calm down what's happening Mazomania.
I was gonna say.
The bluff, that's kind of, and also what's going on. We won't talk about this, but the Dollar General Family Dollar thing. I don't want to bring it up again, make people mad, that's kind of gone down a little bit. So it'll be interesting when they start breaking ground or whenever that happens for the Family Dollar, if the hubbub comes again.
Have we heard on? I mean, when is that supposed to happen?
Don't
No
know.
idea.
Don't know. But
We'll let you know when we find
the
out.
air went out, the tension went out of the Facebook group, which is now we're back to just
Scratch
being
the
friends.
surface and it
being-
might
being
be-
friends again.
Yeah, it might be right back there
Yeah.
again.
On with you, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny.
Finish us up.
We were walking probably 3 nights ago on right on the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah.
That goes parallel with Highway 14, and we went past Gordon's. And Mr. Schreiber, I believe his name is Hans.
Yep.
We saw him, and he was at one of the picnic tables eating, and he said, "I like your podcast." And then he offered somebody that we should interview, but we wanted to say
Yep.
thanks for watching.
Yeah,
I went to school.
restaurants.
Well, Drew and I went to school with Jason. Jason was 2 years younger than myself. He played on the varsity as a freshman, playing baseball with me. And I was a
then
senior.
He and I played for,
And then you played for
2
2 years
years
after.
together because I played as a sophomore and he was a year ahead of me.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
Jason's
Jason's a nice guy.
Nice
very
guy.
nice guy.
If you watch this
Yeah,
podcast
so,
and you
yeah.
see us out there, say hi.
Yep.
He's big into fishing.
Yes.
Big fisherman.
What's the difference between a fisher and angler?
Oh, is it just a?
I think it's just a
syn-
different
synonym?
name for.
He's a big
yeah.
angler.
Like
Yeah.
a golfer and a flogger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Or a
Lynx
basketball
artist.
player and a cager.
Yeah.
Rager,
You know why
Cager.
they did that?
Yeah, because they used to
'Cause
play
they
in
used to have a
cage.
cage
Put
They
a
used to
net
have
around it.
nets around there. Anyway, we won't go into that.
Nope.
On we go.
All right,
Where's
on
Brandon?
to the exciting adventures with Roy from Elroy, who is.
Get it right. Get it right.
And now, another edition of The Adventures of Roy from Elroy.
What is he?
He's 7 months. He'll be 8 months in July, so in a few weeks from this one, or a couple
But
weeks.
he
from
just
this
went to the doctor
Oh, yeah, mhm.
to have his surgery.
We got to play the music first.
It plays.
He plays.
It's playing over this, so let's just keep rolling.
Yeah, let's do it. How many times have we done this?
Well, usually we
You
hold
usually
off.
stop for
That's
just a
okay.
second,
This
but you
time
kind
we
of
did
went
for
right
this time.
through.
We just
we
decided
did for a second.
That's
we went
okay,
right
no
through.
problem.
That's okay.
That's okay.
This
Then-
changes
But how
things
much
around,
he
no
had his-
problem.
He kind of used the stop
62
sign
and
as
a
a
half
yield
pounds. He went to
62 and a half.
California style.
He goes to the fine people, fine vets at Blue Mounds
The
Veterinarian, Starlight.
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 Yep. They did the operation, and he came out fine. Actually, seems to come out with more energy, and we actually had to kind of
He was dead,
calm him
though.
down a little bit.
That first night, he
Yes.
was just like,
Well, for most of it, yep.
and then the next morning, he was.
All you have to do is this to Roy.
Never had to wear his cone, at least to this point.
Correct.
We don't know if that's been a good idea yet,
Yeah.
or,
I think it's
not. I mean, he would have just been.
I don't know what he would have.
he should have done it just
good.
to see what he would have
I think we all would have been sawed
We could
off
put it
at
on if
the
he-
at the knees
at some
by
point
that
just
time.
kick.
We should put it on and just get a little footage of it.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny.
It's
you
gonna
call it?
sound it's
Cone
gonna
head.
sound like my kid. It's rose-colored glasses. I'll be blamed for it. It's gonna be my kid's the best athlete. My kid's the best looking. My kid's the smartest. But Roy, I've had a lot of dogs. He is right there with the other smartest dog that I had when Mom and I were first married, and he like knows quite a few commands. Like we just told him the other day, he had this
Right.
big long stick in the backyard, and he was chewing on it. He likes to be outside, and he was chewing on it. And you said to him, "Come on, Roy, let's go in." He got up and started to come, and you said, "Get your stick and bring it here." And he went back and grabbed the stick and brought it. That wasn't just luck.
No, he's
He's a
he'll
smart.
say,
He's
go
a
grab
very
your
smart
bone
dog.
and bring it here, and he'll go and grab his bone
Yeah.
and
Knows
bring
water.
He will. Yeah.
So go
He
get
has
some water.
5 different handshakes, get 5 knucks, both left hand and right hand.
He does the cool dude.
Yep. Yeah, and he knows how to give kisses. He knows how to be gentle. He's got some other problems. There's no doubt about that. He's got some discipline problems, and we're working on that. But I don't know sometimes, like we've had dumb dogs. And for dog people, I don't know, maybe you would never say that about a dog, but I just call it like it is. Call it like I see it. And we've had some dumb dogs, and there's a blessing about having a dumb dog, because they like eat, sleep, go to the bathroom. They don't really ask a whole lot. He's got more on his mind, so we've got to, continue to.
We went on a
work
walk,
with him.
and Demond had this, but Roy really likes dandelions, and there was this one. I don't know if it's a dandelion technically, but it's probably about this big, and it's like a dandelion that's gone to seed with a white puffy thing, and he was kind of skittish about it. Didn't get a whole bunch of it, but he would bite on it and stuff like that. So anyway, 62.5 pounds basically.
Yep.
Hoping for over 80.
Okay.
I mean, we can make that happen.
I was going to say we can get him over 80, but whether he should be over 80, we'll see.
Well, you guys satisfied with that?
Yep.
All right. We will be right back with, hopefully, our tour of the new elementary school, Wisconsin Heights Elementary School, and maybe a little short bit from Scott Moore talking about it. And then after that, we'll have Name That Country. All right. Heading out to the school.
Come on. You got to get going.
I'm trying.
We're going to be late for school.
Oh! You locked me out.
Sorry about that.
There's my chauffeur.
Here we are on another road trip, here's Brando.
Yeah.
How's that looking?
Where are we going?
We're going to the brand new, it's not even a year old, elementary school. Mazo Black Earth, now Wisconsin Heights. Heading out there. Principal Scott Moore is going to be taking us on a tour of the new building. And Joe Bob's going to be out there. Joe works as an EA, extra assistant,
Extra awesome.
educational assistant.
There it
I
is.
think.
Yes, you're right.
And Scott's the principal. Scott was a guest of ours talking about the brand new school year that's coming up last year. Now we're a year in, and they've had a whole year. And so we'll have him not on the couch, but we'll have him on
The camera.
the camera.
We'll see you in a little bit. All right, we're pulling in. And there it is, the new facility. We will be looking at it here shortly on the inside.
Yeah. Could take a tour on the outside. I don't know if we'll have time because they've got a lot of nice playground stuff and basketball court.
They've got it all. All right,
I got
let's
a
get
little
in
bit
there.
of a tight squeeze here. It's all right. Get out.
Joe's car's on the right, so we can just hit that. Bang.
Here we go. Let's see if Principal Scott Moore is here to let us in. Oh, it is Scott and Joe. We've already been in.
We were halfway in, and then we.
How are you, Joe? Hi, Scott. Hi. Good to see you.
See you again?
Thanks for doing this for us.
Yeah, of course.
You're
Oh, yeah.
decked out in the Wisconsin Heights.
I know.
Stuff. Nice.
Is it sad that I graduated from Heights and I have about 2 articles of clothing that are Wisconsin Heights?
No, it's fine. I got some off secondhand, so it's, you know.
Oh, you did.
He's actually coaching golf team. Golf, right?
Are you really? Oh.
So we've already talked about the fact that you've been on the couch a year ago almost.
Yeah.
And so you're taking us on a tour now?
Yes, that's right.
Ready to go?
Talk about the difference between this school and the other ones. We'll try to give you, and any other topics that come up.
Any other topics that come up, yeah. Well, what do people want to see? That's the question.
Well,
I want to see this, yeah.
Yep, I figured we could spend time looking at that for sure.
And this was try to kind of integrate the two different grade schools / high schools into the new elementary school.
Yep.
Because, I mean, over 100 years they had a grade school in both Black Earth and Mazo. Now, neither one has one, so it's Bear Heights. Are you able to see that pretty good?
Yeah, I'm panning it right now.
Yep, that was taken down in whatever, 1990 something.
Where was it?
Same spot.
Oh, okay.
Yep, same spot.
That's good.
And there's the Earthmen right there. That's what they were.
Yeah, Earthman.
Looks like Buzz Lightyear.
That ironically, kids say goodbye to it every day and call him Buzz. So we're not. Yeah, we actually stole this idea from the elementary school in Poynette. They did a similar thing where they closed community schools, and we went, oh, we can do that. So,
It was a good idea.
I know.
I think it kind of brings it together. And then is this the Mazo
It is,
side
yes.
of things?
Yep, pardon the lost and found explosion, but
That's kind of Mazo in a nutshell. We get kind of lost. Black Earth has their.
Sure.
People that watch might be able to pick up.
I mean,
oh,
if you
that's
see
the little
anything, yeah,
junkie,
exactly.
Susan.
If you know their owners, then let them know.
You want to go away from the 63 class?
I tell you, we were talking about back in the day how if there was stuff like this sitting around, it wouldn't be there very long.
Well, no.
Because we would have been looking through for a nice sweatshirt or a nice pair.
$5 stuff in there, I'll tell you. But, yeah. So same idea with Mazo side.
Yeah, but just some different types of pictures. You have the Mazo midgets.
I know, I'm sad about that movie.
When my parents were in school, they would have like a picture of the band, and there'd be all these little heads, there's 75 kids in the band, and then somebody that wasn't there, they just put their yearbook picture up there like it's a floating gigantic head that's coming down on top of them.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's great. All right.
I've been in here quite a few times when people play basketball and stuff, but I've never had the tour, so I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, so it's basically a big loop, but it kind of goes sequentially by age. So kindergarten is first, and then we take a left, and second, third, fourth, fifth, and then the odd one out, 4K, is down this hallway. So I guess that's out of order, but
Yeah.
it makes it a little easier to navigate.
Okay.
Do you want to go in a room or not? Or I don't know what.
I think we were talking about maybe doing that again later this summer.
Okay.
Perhaps, and talking about the
No
teachers
problem.
and stuff, if that works out with you.
Absolutely. Well, then we'll just
So
carry
you got
on.
little lockers here.
Yep.
These are nice.
Yep.
Just the right size. They
That's
can
right.
put their boots or
They're
something
all
down
over the
there.
place. That's right.
Oh, look at here.
Yeah, we're gonna go in there.
Okay.
Oh, we're going in. We're
So
going
we are.
to be the outsiders.
Yep. The library.
Of course, school is out right now, and so there's people. We're probably going to see some maintenance. We saw Bill walk through and stuff like that.
That's right.
Well, this is a good sized library.
Yeah, and people look up and go, well, when are you gonna finish the ceiling? And that is finished. That's kind of the new
Kind of
style
an industrial look, isn't it?
Yeah, we can see all the wires and pipes, and
Well, it probably makes it easier to get into it.
Yeah.
that's the other part of it too. If we need to change a light or anything, it's a lot easier. So that mural here, so we figured that's a big wall. What's missing out of there is a stein of beer. We figured we should take that off, but I believe it was in between the fish and the milk and cheese there.
Oh, so as part of that, that is something that's an official.
I don't know if it's
Beer,
official, but
okay.
it's just,
But that had
Just
originally
removed
had there. I see.
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah, we took a creative liberty on that and said, but yeah, state symbol, why not,
Yeah.
So so yeah, we had to condense both libraries into one.
And who did that, Scott?
Our librarian did.
Wow, that was a big job.
Yep, they had to kind of discard a whole bunch because we only had limited space.
Yeah,
And then she made it work.
yeah,
I'm not sure how, but she did.
yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
And that opens up to the other hallway,
Correct,
so
yep.
you don't
There's
have to
two.
go all the way around.
That's right,
Very nice.
that's right.
Now in high school, we had you've been in the high school, you see I don't know if, is it still the library, the same, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it? I think it
It's
is.
kind of like this, where you could get from, if you wanted to, you could walk through the door and get to the other side instead of going all the way around.
That's right.
Do you not allow people to do that?
I do it all the time, so I.
Because we couldn't.
really?
The librarians would say, this isn't a hallway, so you had to walk all the way around, which is whatever, it wasn't that big of a deal.
How many kindergarten schools, teachers do you have?
Three. We have three of everything next
Okay,
year.
great.
Yeah.
Do you want to not do this, just
We'll go on the other side. Yeah.
I just figured it's one for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. So then we have a special ed room kind of it's kind of strategically. So that teacher works with kindergartners, so she's close by and all that stuff. Then we have before and after school care.
Okay.
It's a third party group that comes in and they function out of here. So parents, if they need that before or after, starting at 6 a.m. or up to 6 p.m., we have that for people if they need it. So.
Is that summer too?
Yep, but they're here all day in the summer. Yeah. Yep. We're trying to figure out if we can get actually infants and toddlers as well, because of our staff, just for our staff only. Because then if they would take as long of leave or whatever, then we can just have their kiddos here, which would be great, because then we don't have to worry about finding subs and all that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
A lot of employers do that nowadays, provide that.
Yep,
Okay.
and we have the space, so we figured we'd give it a shot if it works out. Okay. Anytime.
Well, here's the scary part of
I don't know what the sensor is. It's our,
There it is. Wow. High tech.
Oh yeah. It makes no sense to me how it works. I honestly don't. But that's okay. So then, let's see. So we have two of these types of rooms. They're basically small group rooms. If kids are working together on a project or teachers need to pull some kids in a small group, they can do it in here. Just again, we saw it at a school. We toured because we toured 3 or 4 elementaries, new construction, just to see what we liked and what we didn't. The difference with us is we had a limited amount of land, whereas other buildings, they just have a huge whatever and they can do whatever they want. But we were not stuck, but we couldn't do much layout wise. So we had a wish list and the construction crew kind of made it work, I guess.
How much input did you have? You talked about that. Did they do a pretty good job of, like, you and then the board probably, and then maybe did you have some like local people, some folks in the district also as part of the planning?
Yeah, we took a lot of feedback from staff, as much as we could. I mean, we can't obviously please everybody, but then it was like, well, we'll just do the things that make sense and things that don't. Well, good suggestion, but it's not going to work out.
Yeah,
so,
right.
But yeah, we tried to make it as student friendly as possible, which doesn't always make adults happy, but it's okay.
Sure.
The adults aren't going to school.
That's right.
So.
They're just working. So, so this is the end of the first grade area here, and then we'll actually go down this long hallway to the rest. This summer, one of the things that will have to happen is these walls are, I don't know if you remember the construction, but they tilted up the gym walls first. So they laid it down, poured a whole bunch of cement, and then took a crane and just stood it up. And so that was the first part that went up, is the gym and the cafeteria. So they didn't really finish this as well as we wanted them to, so they're gonna come and sheetrock all this. So it's just, I don't know.
Kind of unfinished. Huh?
It does look unfinished. And this hallway is very sad anyway, because there's not much here, so you can actually put things on it.
Remember you guys probably remember this, right by the locker rooms in the high school, right by the south gym, the old gym. They painted. They had a wall like this that was just white, and they they had the art class and stuff. They paint. I don't know if they. I think they maybe painted over it. Maybe I'm not sure.
Brick or tile or whatever that they put on it.
There's they just I don't know. I haven't gone down that hallway and seriously probably 2 or 3 years at least, and they had like soccer play. They had like a soccer player kicking a ball, a football player. It was just kind of nifty.
Interesting.
And then so.
Well, there you go.
There's an idea for you.
I like it. So then there's 2 of these hallways that are basically, the idea was to have one grade level kind of in their own pod, but with having 4 classrooms and 3 sections, that math really doesn't add up. So this year we had 3 second grade and then a 3rd grade room here.
I see.
But next year, like I say, this will be an extra classroom that kids will come to for like technology class and guidance and things like that, but it'll mostly be 2nd grade here then. But yeah, and all roads lead out to the playground.
Yes, that's a very nice playground.
Yeah, we can head out there as well if you need to.
Now, Joe, don't get carried away and start playing on the playground.
I mean,
Scott, what's the ratio of students to room that you have? Would you have room to grow, or are you really close to the top?
Good question. We have 2 flex rooms, we call them, that were designed to handle more kids. Okay. So right now, the daycare is using one of them, but they could easily go elsewhere where we needed them to. The other one is down this hallway, but if we had an overflow, we would just ship. We have enough furniture to do that. We have all the things we need to make it happen quickly if we needed to. Okay. So we can handle it. It would be a scramble, but we can handle it. All right, we're gonna go in here now. There's
beautiful gym.
Yeah.
We got some ambiance with the.
Yeah, that's right. So because we closed 2 gyms, right? We closed the Mazo gym and the Black Earth gym. We wanted to make sure we had 2 gyms that could handle tournaments on the weekends, those types of things. So this side of it doubles as the cafeteria. So usually there's a wall that separates the 2. So Mr. Austin can have gym going on while we're having lunch. And it just happens, and no one thinks twice about it. So these walls will go up and we can serve food out of here and everything during the school year. But as of right now, it's just a big empty space.
Yeah, I will.
There's no gap in the projected.
We've been here multiple times, and the curtain or the partition has always been up, and it's still a nice sized gym. When you open up here, this is a huge space.
I know, yeah, it really is. So you could technically have 4 games going on at once, I guess. So it's a small thing to most people, but to me it made a big difference. A lot of problems happen in bathrooms during hand washings, imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, no, one of the things we need is we need to have this out because then we can see what's happening. Sure. There's still sinks around there for ADA requirements. We have to have them, but typically that happens here. And it gets real slippery, which we didn't anticipate, but found out the hard way. Yeah. But yeah, so that was something I said a must have, and sinks on the outside.
Not counting staff bathrooms, how many public student bathrooms do you have? 3? Are there in the building?
There's 3, yep. Okay. Yep. And then so this is another of those kind of pods that I talked about on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
3rd grade and 1 4th grade will be here. So same as the other one.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that people were not thrilled about is the color scheme of the whole place. But again, we have young kids, so it can be colorful and all that. Shouldn't bother anybody, but so it's good to say, like today I did it a lot. There's kids, middle school kids who've never been in this building before. They're here for summer school. They said, where am I going? Well, they're gonna see where the floor turns yellow, just go there. So it's a good indicator for us to say, just go down to that color and then you're where you need to be. The exact term is wayfinding, I found out from the, I know.
Now you can say that. So
And I do.
really smart.
He heard somebody say it now, he says it.
That's right.
There's Scott Wisher.
There he is.
Yeah.
So then, it's more special ed, and then fourth grade, and this lady works primarily with these kiddos down this hallway, so her location was, pretty central. We're gonna go in the music room, because it's a giant space and it's a great place to be. So this is on the same wall as
Thank you.
the gym, so it's very high ceilings.
Oh.
Oh, wow,
then-
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so, again, we didn't want her to have no light, so they put in some high story windows and, makes it pretty bright in here during the day, and, yeah, it's a cool space.
Yeah. I see that they have ukuleles up there. I bought one back last summer and played it on the podcast.
Did
I'd
you?
bring that out again sometime. I should probably come here and learn.
You could,
with
she'll
the
teach
kids.
you, she'll
Yeah.
teach you.
And you have a recorder, they also do recorders.
That's right.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, recorded.
Oh, the bongos
Recorder
too.
is what I played, not
Those are the
piano.
best, the bongo drums, or the,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All sorts of music happens
Very
here.
fun.
Yeah, so music happens all day, and then the art room, similar situation, which is right next door.
Okay.
High ceilings, light, all sorts of good stuff. Oh, it's open.
You get in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, just
Is this an art room? Is that what you said?
yeah,
Okay.
art room.
I think is that the art, is that the rack from?
Blacker, sure is. She had no shelf, like there was no storage. So we did that, yeah. So again, all pre-K through fifth has all the specials that you would typically have in a day, so they're busy people here, these specialists. Oof.
And is that just a drying kind of rack?
Yep,
in there? Is that
yep.
what it's called?
When your art is done, you put it on there and just lay the next one down, so the next week can, put theirs down.
Yeah.
So,
We won't out anybody with their art, so.
no, just, blur the names or.
I took art. I'm not artistic
Nope,
at all.
Not either. Not either, so. You're catching it at summer school time, so yes, as you said, a lot happening. But yeah, summer school just started today. So then, this is the other classroom that could become a classroom quickly if it needed to.
Sure, okay.
That room right there. So, and actually next year it will be a classroom. We've got some shifting of grades, and so this room will be used elsewhere. So someone will be in there next year. Then, let's see, I didn't talk about this before, but when we said we were going to build on this site, there were some parents that were, and community members that were kind of like, wait, you're going to be out with middle school and high school kids. How's that going to work? But our answer is that basically there's two sets of secure doors. So we kind of hug around the end of the middle school on both sides. So staff can get through there. Kids can get through the first set of doors if they wanted to get to the middle school, but then they're stuck. They can go outside if they need to, but they can't go into the middle school. And likewise, middle school kids can get through their first door, but then they're stuck. They can't come in here unless they have a badge to get in. So, and we do have staff who bring kids over there for like physical therapy, things like that. So, but that was our answer to, no, we're not gonna have middle high school kids just running amok during the day, and likewise, we're not gonna have elementary kids running around middle school, so.
Sure.
Which is also
Probably ease of mind.
a legitimate concern.
Yeah, right.
But this is kind of the end of the line. There's more classrooms here, fifth grade rooms, and then another special education room here. But then, yeah, middle school just right through those doors. So. Okay, onward to the right. Oh, actually, we'll go to the courtyard. How about that?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's a dead bird out there today.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right there. I was not interested in dealing with the dead bird. All right, so storage, gym storage and outside equipment storage.
Okay.
But 4K and early childhood.
Oh, that looks like fun.
It's great fun.
That
Have
is-
access
wow.
to this area out here.
Dangerous.
I would have spent most of my time on that one.
So,
Oh, wow.
a little hot in the summer, but like I said, early childhood kids in 4K can come out here during recess. They rotate. We don't want everyone on at the same time and too many kids, but there's bikes they can ride around. There's, dramatic play stuff they can play with. So they like spending time out here for sure. And they have access to their classrooms right on this wall here.
Yeah, sure.
The middle school teachers don't care for it. It's funny, if their windows are open, as soon as the kids come out, their windows just start shutting. So then it's not too loud.
Because that's over here, right?
Yep,
Scott?
that's right. That's right. So, yeah. Very,
So there might be a canopy in store
well,
sometime soon.
We are going to get some canopies to kind of cut down on the direct sunlight.
And so was this kind of a happy accident, or was it an actual plan?
No, it was an actual plan.
I just didn't know if maybe they had enough space between the buildings or something, and so that we could put grass here, and then we'd have that became a courtyard, but that was the plan all along.
Correct, yep. It was, our people service director got a grant for all sorts of outside stuff, so when the stuff was purchased with that grant money, because we didn't have it, so yeah. It's a fun place to be.
They're kind of enclosed here, so you can keep an eye on them too.
That's right.
Everybody can be safe.
They're always supervised. Let me just, reiterate that. That would be tricky. It'd be all arm right there. Holy moly. Can you imagine? That'd be quite the arm workout. Yeah, you wouldn't. All right. So we're going to go that way. Okay, let's see. So our room has another door. Bigger classrooms by fire code need to have 2 ways out.
Sure.
So those rooms have it. Everyone else just has one. More special education. Let's see. We have 2 staff workrooms and lounges. This one's the smaller one. But people can do whatever they need to do in there. Eat.
This was at Mazo at one point.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, I remember they'd have that out by the old cafeteria, or
Right.
the cafeteria right next to the gym.
That's right.
So
If you ever need lots of
anybody
food,
was
no.
familiar with that,
I'm not
yeah.
expecting you to know this for sure, Scott, but when you put the 2 buildings together, Mazo Elementary, Black Earth Elementary, does this have around the same square footage, or was there wasted, square footage over there? Any
There
idea?
probably was, considering, Mazo had a basement or 2, right? I think, and that ended up, Dave has a lot of rooms behind the stage there too,
Yep.
so I don't even
Gym
know.
and a stage,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, so there probably was. I don't know offhand though. It's a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mazo
Because you were
had,
still squeezing everybody into the same building.
Right.
It's just maybe it was more modern, where it was space was used
Yeah.
probably better.
It doesn't feel like we're squished out here.
Okay.
I mean, I don't ever feel, whenever we're together as a whole school, then it does, just because it's, 300 some odd kids and 70 some adults, but, yeah, just, I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting to think about, but it never feels too tight.
Good.
the Mazo Elementary School had 2 basements? Or was that just the
Maybe it's just-
locker rooms on each side?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
I
think-
certainly haven't been through all of Mazo before. I don't remember
Maybe
the
there's just
upstairs
one
at all.
basement. But it's got a lot of weird rooms
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah.
It's creepy. So, other side of the gym?
Oh yeah.
You saw the one side?
These are great. You get to get down on your knees and get a
that's right.
drink.
It's a deep
Knee bend,
You
yeah.
have to get some water. That's right. And then these rooms are here are 4K, so kids who are in preschool, and then we have early childhood as well. So 3-year-olds who have a disability, a speech or something, that they come here a couple days a week and get some schooling in. So that room is here. And then we'll go towards the office, I guess. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? We missed the image. I always forget about them. I know. Is that bad? It's probably not great, is it?
Maybe we'll just peek outside once we're done here, Scott, and we can look at the basketball hoops and stuff like that once we're done with you, if you need to get going.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So then this is the other side for the middle school.
Got it.
We saw the other side, but we have
Yep.
interventionists here, so reading, math, intervention are these 3 rooms here. Kind of quiet, offset, they can do what they need to do.
Got it.
And then the other door to the courtyard is right here too, it's just for kind of context on where we are.
Yeah.
Opposite side.
So that's that. And then we're gonna head in the office and that'll be the last stop, I think.
That's good.
Yeah.
You done, Jess? All done?
I think so.
Cool.
Perfect. Let's see it.
So,
Very nice.
yep, this is main office where secretary sits and does, or stands rather, and doesn't really stop till the day is done. As you can imagine, so there's 2 secretaries on each building, and they cut it down to just 1.
Oh,
But,
okay.
I mean, she is more than capable of doing it. This is the nurse's office.
Got it.
The light will turn on.
Okay, I'll go in there, I guess.
You gotta go in apparently real far. There we go.
Got to be serious about
Yeah,
coming
but
in.
it might seem like kind of a, not always the greatest thing, but talk about saving money. I mean, just think of all the times you'd have to go through, turn off all the lights.
Yep.
And some of the lights when I
Yep.
was a kid were on just all the time.
Yeah,
Because, yeah.
So while it is kind of a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a
I'm sure
cost
it's a
saving
cost
somewhere.
saving, yeah.
Yep. So
And a
then
nurse sometimes.
a nurse sometimes.
Do you ever find yourself going like this, looking for the
All
for the
time.
lights and
Yeah.
stuff like that?
Oh, yeah. It's a big conference room. We don't have many conferences in here, or meetings, really. We're used to having them in classrooms, so
Nice.
having this gigantic room is kind of a, it's a new thing, but, yeah,
What's that thing over there?
it's a laminator.
Ooh. So we get some special badges.
Yeah,
And
we do that for sure.
Yep. Paparazzi. What do they call us? The media.
Yeah,
The
media
media.
badges,
Yeah.
That's right, that's right. We should have given you visitor badges, darn it.
Next time.
What were some of the, and again, if you don't have an answer, I'm putting you on the spot
Sorry.
here, but what did you find,
Typical.
Set in the mood.
what did you find were some of the difficulties? You know, you've gone through a whole year. What did you find were some of the difficulties in everybody being here? And then obviously, boy, that is very efficient.
I know.
We gotta move. We gotta be more lively. That's the problem. Is we're just standing around. Not.
And what were some of the,
It's okay.
and a opposite question would be, what were some of the, really great, there's, anytime you do something, there's probably a downside. Usually there's not an upside every time. But I was just wondering what were some challenges, different things like that moving out here? Any that come to mind?
Just, the move itself was a lot, logistically, but we got all that figured out. The timeline was close to, I mean, I remember open house night, we basically said, welcome, just walk around that pink puddle of whatever that's dripping from, I mean, it just, and people were fine with it, they understood, yeah, we're just gonna do it in the dark, I guess.
It's fine.
But figuring out logistics on how to get this many kids in a building was really challenging because, as many times you talk about it with people, there's bound to be, it just doesn't work the way you think. It takes longer, or not enough time, or something like that. So like, for example, where are kids coming off the bus? Where do the buses park? Which doors are we using for recess? Which, all those little things that you didn't really plan out.
Yeah.
They just kind of work themselves out. So that was a challenge I didn't really consider.
Did it take a long time to get the badges to work too?
Yeah, we didn't have, our security system wasn't fully functional for a while, so we did the best we could with that. But yeah, badges didn't work, we didn't have all the keys we needed because the locksmith couldn't come out and finish, and so all those challenges, but not in our control, but certainly we made it work, and like I say, now it's all functional, so that's a good thing. But yeah, those were the challenges.
Okay.
But as far as good things go, I mean, I think we really, the parking lot was also a challenge. Just pick up, drop off, how that happens. I don't know, there were days where there'd be cars parked and onto the highway to come in, and which always made me nervous because, It's a busy
Busy
highway,
highway.
but yeah, so, but these are all things that kind of work themselves out. But, I mean, the good news honestly is just that we learned a lot from everything. We now know next year, starting off, this is what this is gonna look like. We don't have to guess anymore, we've done it. So that's just gonna be so much easier, you know, as we move into the next school year, so, I think just, a year under the belt made all the difference.
Yeah, and having everybody under the same roof.
Yeah.
It's gotta be nice, I would think.
Yeah, I like
And
it.
being connected to the district office where you don't have to get in your car and come
Yeah.
out here. And there's multiple people that did both, like
That's right.
like Coach Austin and the music teachers, art teachers too. Did they go both? And
Yep, they
probably
did.
some other people where now they can just walk.
That's right.
And do it.
Yeah, or they just stay put, you know?
Yeah, right, yeah.
But, we certainly, from a cost savings perspective, not reimbursing for mileage for a handful of people, will help. But yeah, it's nice just having everybody here. We can, we've done a lot of, partnerships with like, the family consumer science teacher brought her early childhood class kids over to do observations, you know what I mean? So they got some firsthand experience on like, of what that means and what it looks like. And 4K and 5th grade have like they read together once a week. They kind of get together and do some things. So really building some good relationships and all that has been good. So yeah.
Where you would have had to have a bus,
Oh,
or it would have
gosh.
just been too much hassle.
That's right.
Let's just not do it.
That's
kind of
right.
thing.
Oh,
Look at
nice.
that. Who knows why?
I was trying to think if there was another question. Oh, so this year you're losing some teachers, right?
Yep.
Some few that are retiring.
Yeah.
Have they been hired already?
They have, yeah.
Okay, you've got everybody's in place pretty much, or
Yeah,
not
we're
quite
fully
yet?
staffed
Wow.
at this moment right now. So.
Wow. Good for you. That's
Yeah.
that's got to be kind of unusual. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is, and I've been, this is my 6th year. In the past 5 years, I've never had anybody retire, so, well, that's not true, Mrs. Dahl did, I take that back, but, I mean, I forget, oh yeah, that's a real thing that happens, you know? We've had some teachers leave, one moved out of state, one's doing something else outside of education, and so, those things just kind of happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're fully staffed right now, so that's a good thing.
So you mentioned with the 4K, you have 300 students, is that right?
380.
380?
Yeah.
So close to 400. The middle school, any idea what their student population is?
Probably 150 on the.
150, and the high school's 220 or
Yep,
something
so
like that? So
we've
you
got-
guys are,
Yeah, we're pretty close as
Yeah,
far as numbers of
yeah,
kids, yeah.
of them combined. So
Yeah.
you have the biggest bulk of
That's right.
the teacher management and also student management.
Yeah, true. Because there's, principal over there, but then there's the assistant athletic director as well, so,
Yeah.
so it's,
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's been probably a busier year, especially this year,
Yeah.
probably was probably the busiest year you've had. I
Oh,
would
yeah,
think.
for sure. There were days where I'd be outside and I'd be like, I didn't even know you were at school today. Good to see you.
You kept your hair though, which was nice, you didn't pull your hair
Yeah,
out.
right, but, yeah, that's just, but now again, one of the other things I know how to kind of schedule myself during the day. I know what needs to be a priority and what
Yeah.
doesn't, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
There's a lot of stuff I can do after the fact, so, that's also good for me too.
Yeah.
Like, I know how that's gonna look, so.
I mean, unless you've done this before, which not too many people do this kind of thing, where you get two schools combined. I mean, they do that, but you being the person that has to try to manage all
Right.
that, I mean, maybe you'll do it again sometime in your career, but,
I hope not.
yeah, because it's a big, I mean, how do you plan? I mean, how do you plan? You've never done it before.
Right,
so
exactly. You can ask around of
Yeah.
people who have, but I mean, they can,
Every situation's gotta be different.
it really is, yeah, so. No, we had a lot of good, community support, honestly, was huge. I recognize it's a sensitive issue, both community schools being
Yeah.
something different now, but in the long run, I think it was the right decision. Just because, we couldn't probably maintain maintenance on those two buildings for much longer, so, yeah.
I think it was nice too, I think it was a nice little bridge that they did there where they had 3rd through 5th in Mazo and 4K through
That's right.
2nd at
Yeah.
Black Earth, because I wonder if it would have been a little bit even more of a issue
Yeah.
or more whatever.
Mm-hmm. And you're probably right.
If you just went straight from Black Earth and Mazo and you put them together.
Yeah, I don't know how many years they did that, but that probably was a little bit of a buffer, I would think, because always having a Mazo school and the Mazo kids going there, and always having the Black Earth school, but there, then they had to shift, so it wasn't such a big.
And it's funny because there's a certain group of kids that never have gone to either school.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Which is a weird thing, but and then certainly there's a group that never went to Mazo, so they don't like. Miss Nancy comes in, who was the secretary over there for a lot of years, and there's kids who have no idea who this lady is, and there's kids who are very excited to see her. So it's just funny how, but that kind of stuff will just
It'll melt away.
yeah, which is an odd thing to think about too. But then this will be all certain groups all ever knew. You know?
Yeah, right. We just, not to go on a long story, but we just had a celebration of life for somebody that belongs to the Mazo Mustangs. He graduated in 1965, which was the first year the high schools were together.
Oh yeah, sure.
And so they talk about a mix. You were arch enemies till you were a junior. And then all of a sudden you're a senior, you're playing with these guys.
Yeah.
Well, it was the same when I was in school. The high school was all out here, but grade school. So we had, big time rivalries till we were 8th grade. But then there's a lot of kids that did that till junior high. Then they had a junior high out here, and now everybody gets used to it.
Yeah, it's wild. Just really thinking about it historically, it's crazy. Wow. So, yeah.
Thank you for the tour.
Of course.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Hey, happy to help.
Star of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks to Scott Moore for letting us into the school that I guess we helped fund.
Sure.
So thanks, Scott, for walking us through that and just telling us all about it. Joe
Taking
works
time.
there on the regular, so it's just like a home game for him. Mm-hmm. Right now, we've got Name That Country back with popular demand.
By popular demand, yeah.
By popular demand, with popular demand, I guess. So, Johnny, this is yours, so take it away.
Well, this is our 5th edition here. We've done
really?
5 so
5?
far. And we got, for those that are new, we try to go through countries that aren't as commonly known and just learn more about those. We probably will get into, if we keep doing this, probably get into some that you know more of.
Like Chile, maybe.
More about, we'll get to Chile maybe once we get through the ones that are more obscure. But anyway, as we do, this is a picture from the country to start off. So if Joe will go on to the next page here, we'll see if anybody has any sort of guess as to what the country name is, and then we'll do a multiple guess.
What's up, Joe?
Being just hijacked over here.
We're being bombarded.
Drew's sticking things in my face, and all right.
Next page. All right, so you can see
close.
it's in Africa, quite far away from Chile.
I thought that was that place in Utah that what's his name was talking
And
about.
it's a very small country up in the northeast corner, basically almost on the continent of Asia by there. Right? If I'm correct? That's Asia, isn't it? Or is it?
Up there?
Yeah, just
East.
above
Isn't
Middle
that
East.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's considered
Wait, is
That's
that
Asia.
Africa?
Asia.
Correct. This is
Yeah.
Africa. Is that Asia? I don't know. I guess
I
it's
think
above
that's
it?
the
Right above it.
sauce.
Well,
Not
up-
Saudi Arabia, but the
Up here is
because it's not Europe.
would be
up above to
That's
the
Italy and stuff like that up there.
What you need to do is you need to pull up
Hudson
the,
Point.
Where's the boot
the
right there?
This
That's,
is it.
that's Italy.
That's
right
Italy
over
up
there.
here.
and
So
point
pick
to
up
the
what
right there, Hudson.
African
Keep going higher, higher. No, right, left, higher, left,
Higher, left.
right there. No, back
Right here?
That's keep coming back. just a little bit there. That's like just a little higher is like Syria and
Middle
Palestine and Israel.
That's
I think.
but we're talking about continents, right?
Yeah, I think that'd be Asia, because I think it used to be Asia Minor. I think that was Asia Minor.
I'm getting into
This was
territory
right
I don't know.
here.
I was
Like
already
this
playing a
stuff
little
right
bit
here?
of fire there.
Damon,
I think
maybe
that
you
was
want to
I
put
think that was Asia Minor.
Yeah.
put the disclaimer here, Damon.
Which
Keep it
now
up
is
there
just
for
a
a
part
second.
of Asia.
Yeah, and
So
I think
I'm guessing
right around
nobody
here is
has
Constantinople.
a
I
guess
think.
yet.
Yeah.
But we'll go on to the next.
No, I have a guess.
Okay.
Mesopotamia.
I think it's Eritrea.
Okay.
We
not.
We don't have the.
So Drew's done for
Next
guessing.
one.
Do we
fine.
have a four
Wrong.
guesses? Do we have multiple guesses?
It's fine. I
No,
just
I'm
like
saying
people
don't-
guessing.
'cause
you
If somebody
come
guesses,
multiple guess
Are you
one time.
coming up with 4 choices?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just
Yep.
going to wait because
Yep.
I
Are
don't
you
want to.
coming up?
I'm
and
not.
if you guess on the first one, my thing is I don't own that table over there, the gift table. But I think that if you guess right without any sort of
help,
meaning
Okay.
multiple guess, then you get at least a treat.
I'm just
But
not
this is
very
not-
good with the African continent.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe.
So this is the next one here,
Oh.
and then this is
I
again the
know.
country. So you've got
Well, we know it's
4
not.
guesses, and we'll just go around. We'll start with Hudson once he's ready.
I'm
or
going to go with
whatever's ready.
C.
Okay.
Timor Leste.
Okay.
Leste.
I am going with A.
Okay.
I believe it also is C.
Okay.
I'm going A.
Next.
It
It is
is
Djibouti.
What was that? What was that?
Djibouti is
4?
is
Djibouti City.
Ah.
3? What was
Interesting.
it? 2 or
but
what?
that small thing it has the capital.
Mm-hmm.
2 B. We
The
missed.
capital
Everybody
of Djibouti
missed
is
it.
Djibouti.
Ah, it's Djibouti.
The capital of Djibouti is Djibouti.
Djibouti City.
Djibouti City.
All right.
Okay, now we'll go through we like to go through some fun facts. They're a little bit all over the board, but we'll go first with
Was that? No. Okay.
the
I'll tell you afterwards. I had a thought.
Okay.
the climate, and I'm just going to read verbatim what I copied and pasted. So,
Do you have a works cited page?
Yep.
no. Djibouti has an arid tropical climate of semi-desert, except for the mountainous regions of the northern Gulf of Tadjoura. The country is characterized by high temperatures and high evaporation year-round. The country is particularly affected by low and irregular precipitation patterns.
What
So
you
it's dry
want?
heave.
I was dry heat. You want to be careful. You want to make sure you
Question.
hydrate.
No,
Do
you
you-
say Djibouti makes me nauseous, but it's a dry heave.
Right.
Do you say semi or semi?
Well,
A semicircle or a
I
semicircle?
say in voiceover, I say if it's international, I try to say semi.
Semi.
If it's United States, I say semi.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I was
What
told.
do you call what's driving down the highway?
A semi.
Okay, not a semi.
Okay, but that's a different use.
Do you call
It's
it
like
a
the same difference
semicolon or
between
a
chili
semicolon?
and
Semi?
Semicolon.
You call it a
I
semicolon,
call it
or a
semicolon.
semicolon?
Semi.
I call it, yeah, it's an American, must be an
I'm trying to remember
Americanized
the
way
last
of
time I've used
semicolon.
that in a sentence.
Wait, it's an American.
Using sentence. I just did.
Okay, we'll get back to. We'll stay
Sorry.
here actually. So we'll
stay
start
here.
with after the climate. We're going to go that
Sentence?
with Djibouti was part of the French colony of Somaliland from 1888 to 1977. That's, if my math is correct, almost 100 years, right? Is that 90 years?
What would you say?
1888 to 1977.
Yeah, it's 89 years.
89 years. Oh, okay. My bad.
Or it's 91 years.
91.
It's one of the two.
Nailed it.
It was the capital from 1894 of Djibouti was the capital of Somaliland.
Oh.
So, in 1967, Djibouti was renamed the French territory of Afars and the ISIS. It's not the same as the
Right.
that
Terrorist
group. Before becoming the fully independent Republic of Djibouti in 1977. Dad was 17, Mom was 18. And then we'll just go
Family
over
joke.
the flag here. Djibouti's flag is made up of 2 horizontal stripes, Hudson can point those out, of light blue and light green with a white triangle featuring a red star. The green represents the Afar people and prosperity. People and prosperity. The blue represents the Isa people as well as the sea and the sky. The white triangle represents equality and peace. The red star represents unity and independence.
Are you going to tell us what picture what was that part of the sea? Was that picture or was
I'm
that
not
something
sure.
else?
I can't remember if I get to that or not.
All right.
At At 100, I think go to the next page here, Joe. At 155 meters below sea level, I don't know what that is in American speak. Loch Assal is the lowest point in Africa and the third lowest point in the world after the Dead Sea and the Sea of Galilee.
Ooh.
So is it a salt-based sea? Is that what you
Yes.
said already?
Mhm.
Did I miss that?
I don't think so.
I don't think he said it.
Nope.
What was the name of that
I
sea
will.
again?
I guess I get to it here on the next one,
Loch.
which I didn't know.
Rasmussen, I think he said.
Right.
Rasputin?
Loch Assal.
Loch Assal.
Probably after the
Marcus
Assar people.
Assal.
Afar. Yes. ISIS. No, I'm all wet. Okay. Not with that
No
wet.
pun intended.
Talking about Winkies. Oh, Jonathan.
I was thinking about the group of people
Dad,
here,
your
and it's
shirt
not the
was
same
just
thing.
about that color.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Mustang green.
Next
Aqua.
page here. Hussein Ahmed Assal. Let me say it again. Hussein Ahmed Salah is the only Djiboutian athlete to win an Olympic medal. He won a bronze medal in the marathon in 1988 in Seoul, Korea.
Wow.
Nice.
So,
He looks like he can run.
yeah. Mm-hmm. The next page here. Oh, no, it's not that, but you can move on. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
The picture that we had before, Loch Assal, a crater lake in the center of Djibouti, is 10 times saltier than the sea. In fact, it's the second saltiest body of water in the world after Don Juan Pond in Antarctica.
Oh, Don Juan Pond.
I didn't know there was a salt.
Pond might. I get these
Is that
off
where you
of
just stick your
different
finger in
websites
the-
with that.
That's probably about
No,
10
I'm
times
not
saltier.
questioning
I'm
that.
saying it'd be
I
good
always
to
thought
have
the
people
Dead
put.
Sea and the Salt
probably
Sea
based
were
on
the same
salinity.
thing.
Yeah.
Don Juan
Or
Pond.
density.
Who
Yeah.
named it that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a pond that's
In
saltwater?
Antarctica.
Or
Interesting.
it's viscosity, maybe. That's maybe what we're looking at.
Or velocity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Several nations have military bases in Djibouti, including France, the U.S., and China. Djibouti's status as a model of stability in a volatile region and its proximity to the world's busiest shipping route makes it particularly attractive to global military powers.
Ooh. Strategic
So
point
as you can
there.
see, they're up there, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And does that go into the Red Sea?
It is, yeah. Right
Oh.
up there. It's
That's
the
something.
Gulf of Aden goes into the Red Sea.
Mm-hmm.
If you know your geography up there.
What else is up there, Hudson?
Yeah,
Just
well,
the
we've
people
got
that know
a
their
little bit
geography.
south is the Kenya Dome, but right above the Red Sea is the Arabian Plate.
Oh,
So,
wow. I didn't know that. Thank you for teaching us
Yeah, no problem.
about geography.
So
Yeah.
this picture here shows Africa, obviously, but it shows Djibouti up there. But the specific we're going to be talking about is this circled part right here, saying that the Djibouti is positioned on a plain known as the Afar Triple Junction, where three divergent segments of the Earth's crust, the African, the Somalian, and the Arabian plates, are tearing away from each other.
Huh.
So I don't
Griffin
know.
the Terror.
There's a
here's the
Kenyan rift, right?
Somalian
does that
plate
make it?
is
Nope,
right
that doesn't
here.
mean anything. Yep.
Somalian
Yep,
plates right
plate,
here.
yep.
The
African.
African plate
Yep.
is there,
And
and,
then
the
the-
Arabian plate
So are
is
they
right up
saying
there.
that if there is an earthquake, maybe there'll
Continue to
be
pull
more a
apart.
body of water that goes in there, or what? I wonder.
Must
Not
be.
sure. Will you tell? Did you already tell us the population? Like,
I think I get to that.
Okay.
Yep. I do.
all right, sounds good.
Let's let John
Afar
cook.
Triple Junction sounds either like a something that would be said at the X Games, type of trick,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or it sounds like something that a heart doctor would be talking about with you.
You, gotta
You
have
can't
an
get
Afar
that any
triple
bigger,
junction.
can you,
No.
Joe?
No,
Is that as
it's,
big
it gets starts getting blurry. I think.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
Sorry for the people who are listening.
yeah, sorry
they
about
don't
that.
have any.
Djibouti comprises two main ethnic groups: the Somali and the Afar, which that makes sense from the early, the first couple points there about being part of Somaliland. Previously, next page here. The addictive narcotic khat, or I don't know if that's how you say it, it's KHAT, is widely chewed by Djiboutians. The leaf is imported in bulk from Ethiopia and Kenya and gives the user a mild amphetamine-like high. I think this happened. I don't know if it's the same thing. Oh, I think they have cocoa leaves down in South Africa. Excuse me, South America.
Yeah.
But they do kind of the same thing. I've seen some stuff. They put it in there and they just kind of
break
it's kind of like
wad in
almost
there,
like a
doesn't
chew
he?
of some.
It's like
they
a
put it in
dip.
as a dip.
Yeah.
Yep, like a dip.
Looks like he's got a full lip there.
But I think that's exactly how they
Full
put it
lip.
in. I don't think it's broken down or anything like that.
full
They put
face
in the
there.
They
actual
just
leaves.
chew on a little bit and it
Yeah,
gives
and then
the-
yep. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And I've seen, I think, videos of them, at least in, I won't speak for the Djiboutians, but the ones in South America, that some of them are pretty young. Some kids that do it, so whatever.
Cultural thing, huh?
Yep. At 8,958 square miles, Djibouti is the third smallest country in continental Africa, after Swaziland, the second smallest, and Gambia, the first.
That's kind of an interesting, those folks there look different than the runner by a fair amount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The runner kind of reminded me of what I would think an African would more
Somalian,
look like.
maybe more so.
Yeah, and this Djiboutian looks more like kind of a Middle Eastern
Yeah,
Egyptian.
I was going to say, lighter skinned.
So,
Mm-hmm.
anyway.
Got a very nice mustache.
Yeah, that is a nice mustache.
Like I said, these can be a little bit random, so this is going to be off of what we were talking about. But it's illegal to photograph infrastructure such as public buildings, airports, military facilities,
It's illegal to photograph whale shark.
ports, and bridges in Djibouti. Your camera equipment could be confiscated and you could be arrested. I don't know the backstory as to why that's the case. But
don't have to be in it.
it sounds a
You
little
don't
bit
have
like
to be in
North
it.
Korea.
That's what I'd say to
They
him.
don't let you do that kind of stuff.
Well,
either,
I
but-
wonder if all of the actual, like the French and all the other folks that are there with military bases, I wonder if they're the ones that enforce
Oh,
those.
you're right,
Could
yeah.
be.
They don't want people knowing where strategic bases are.
What kind of
That's
government
just
do they have? Did you say?
I don't know. I should have looked that up. I try to hit.
I didn't know if
those,
they
but I
were a
didn't.
dictatorship or had a premier or.
Maybe once we get done with the
president.
slideshow, Joe can quickly get out and we can answer that
Yeah,
question.
they might be a democracy.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a comment here, but I won't. Maybe you guys will get it. The Djibouti national football team was dissolved in 2017 in a bid to stop poor results. Ranked 185th in the world, Djibouti has never qualified for a major international tournament.
Tough.
So they do not have a soccer team, as we call it here.
Because of poor results.
Yep, you can go to that next page.
Mazo's about to be that way.
That's what I was. Whale sharks, the largest known fish in the world, regularly visits the coast of Djibouti, making the country a prime spot for swimming with whale sharks. I guess I'd pass, but
Aren't they
it must be something that
supposedly-
they're
aren't
not.
they
They must be very
supposedly-
docile.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They don't have teeth.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
they
How
think.
big? How
Okay,
big
well, I
do
still
those dogs?
they're
wouldn't
big.
like getting
Joe,
close
how
to
big
them.
is a
Dog
whale
is a-
shark?
They didn't
is a
say, but let me finish
I
up
think,
here
I
with.
think it get big.
Oh, I don't
look
need that
up?
anymore. So
Go
go
to.
ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and
I
check,
don't need
Joe.
that. That concludes the pictures part of this name that country. But I'll just
Presentation.
let you know just two more facts.
Okay, great.
With a population of 957,273 people, Djibouti is the least populated country on mainland Africa.
Really? So less than 1 million.
Yep.
These huge creatures can grow up to 39 feet long. But despite their size, whale sharks are often referred to as gentle giants. The largest accurately measured whale shark was 61.7 feet.
Oh my.
Average length is between 18 and 32.
So they were. This is amazing. They were under Ottoman rule from.
Who the
The
whale
sharks
sharks
were
were?
under Ottoman rule. Wow. That's
I knew that was coming. Poor Joe.
Did they wear some of the Ottoman garb too?
The Djiboutians
Yep.
were under Ottoman.
Ottoman rule from 1577 to 1867. This is according to Wikipedia, so it's true. And then from 1883 to 1977, they were under French rule.
And then now
And now they're just their own.
Sovereign government.
But they don't have
Sovereign
the
nation.
Republic of Djibouti. Is that what you called it, or something?
They
like
got independent. They got independence from France in 1977.
Yep, Republic of Djibouti.
Republic of Djibouti.
They have a president of Djibouti.
Oh, thanks.
President.
Thanks.
There it is.
Last one here. with a population of over 600,000, the capital city, so that means that the capital has that many, just so people didn't...
Because the 900,000 was their
whole
total.
country. Accounts, Djibouti City, which is the capital, accounts for 76% of the country's total population.
Wow, 76% in just the city.
Yep. Which
makes sense if it's arid and it evaporates really quick. Water, it'd be good to be
closer to it.
Closer to where the water is.
I don't, the map there, I can't remember exactly, but I think it's near in the north
closer
corner there
to the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden.
I think so. That's where the state is.
Is that it?
The capital. Thank you.
That was good.
That was good.
So,
that was another edition of
Name That Country.
What'd you
Country.
Joe, did you say state?
Yes, you did. Djibouti's not a state.
Joe, I think we need to do it again.
Okay.
Name that country.
Good. Hey, I have two things to say.
Okay,
before
let's start
we
with
close
one.
out.
Let's start with the let's start with the second one first.
We are efforting to get John Traeger. He's had some health issues, but Hudson and I are hoping to get with him, talk with his daughter Ellen, and she said he's doing better. So we're hoping to get him on a tour of Mazo and some of the places around here to get his insights. He's over 90 years old, so we'd like to hear some things about him. And the second thing is would you slide over there to the prize table and grab those T-shirts?
Oh.
Because I'm making a semi-executive decision here to give a 25% discount on these. 25% discount.
Nice.
Is that all right?
That's fine with me.
That means
we want people to
that
support
means that's Roy from Elroy, and those are normally $20. You can get yours for $15 and free shipping, or you can stop by our global studios. And here's our other one.
That's my favorite one. I like that one. Not just because it's got Dad and I on it, but I like the color scheme.
And it's a baseball shirt.
It fits right with the colors. Fit really well, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, they really do.
Joe did a great job. Sponsor.
Yep, we're a sponsor. We're
sponsoring
so
ourselves.
Wow.
Normally we
sponsors.
we have $20 on those shirts. Boom, 25% off, just like that. A kind of a post Father's Day gift to all of you out there for me.
If you do have a subject, a topic, maybe an idea for something for us to tackle, we'd like to do that. Peyton, we haven't forgotten, generic or name brand. We're going to do it.
And also
genuine versus generic.
We're going to do that here very soon. We've got it on our calendar. We haven't forgot that as well.
I do have some very bad news, though, that we have to announce, and we try to be transparent. I was noticing we went to 190 subscribers. Now we're back down to 189.
Somebody had buyer's remorse.
Somebody said, I can't take this anymore. I just can't take it anymore.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for that. If you do like content like this, then you can subscribe. You might be the 190th.
Yep.
Back again.
Back again.
I think Ty. I think what happened is Ty
wants to be 200.
Yeah, he took off his 100.
Hey, let's do this for the 200th. Let's give away one.
Oh, yep.
Let's give one away for 25% off.
Yeah, but then we might have people holding out.
Oh, true. I doubt it, though. I don't think it's not like we have people pouring in.
Yeah, look at that. And we have people leaving us.
Yeah.
So, anyway, you can
It'll
subscribe.
be a year
you
from
can
now
make a
before we
comment.
get
You
our
can do whatever you
200th.
want.
We have to hold on to it.
We're just going to keep going, even though whatever, because there's enough people that like it.
Oh, but we do need to announce that as our plans are now, we're planning on, I don't know how long we're going to do this, but we do 50 episodes per year, just 50, because we need to unplug, reset, have some recharge, and so July 4th, around that time, we're going to take a week off, give you guys a week off, and around Christmas. That's our plan anyway.
Yeah. So thank you for watching, and this has been the 63rd episode of our podcast. We'll see you next week.